Hello, my little British chums. Yeah, that's Eurotrash, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, this is the Retrotech. No, it's not. It's in the Retrotech group, but it is the Super 20p Arcade Challenge, where you can have as many press goes as you want. There's some advice about recycling there. Thanks, Capcom. But as soon as you press record, that is your run. And then you upload it onto the Facebook group, and that automatically gives you the chance to choose the game for next week. So, well, you go onto a big wheel, you get spun, and then, your game might come up. Like Sean's did this week with StreetFighter Alpha Warriors Dreams. Are we shocked that Sean, on his return to this contest, has chosen a one-on-one fighter? The answer is no, we are not. So this is as you probably had figured out, this is in the Street Fighter series. This is a prequel, the first prequel of loads of prequels, in a series that makes no canonical sense, because yes, like Chun-Li has a fireball in this, but she doesn't in the first Street Fighter 2. So, would she forget it? Did she bang her head? What's going on? But yeah, I've chosen Ryu here because I know what his moves are, because I've played a Street Fighter game before. But it's fine. It's fine. It's another one in the series. I like the graphics more on the Alpha series, to be fair. They've got that kind of Dark Stalkers or X-Men look to them, which I kind of like, and they all seem a bit bigger and more bombastic, as well as a bit more cartoony. You won't see any fancy stuff from me. I'll be very meat and potatoes. I won't be making use of that level 3 meter there. That's going to stay filled up and unwanted. I think I know how to do it. You do like the move twice and then press punch or something, or press 2 buttons together. I can't remember. I used to play it on PlayStation 1 a little bit before I got bored of it, as I always do with fighting games. I totally appreciate them. I totally appreciate the depth. I think it's like a game that kind of requires to keep your interest, like a second player on hand all the time, which is why I think they've got a bit of a revival thanks to things like Street Fighter X and Tekken 2 and Tekken 8, Tekken 2, bloody hell. Because obviously you've got like this online facility where you can team up and play. I might get that Marvel one, that new Marvel Tokan one, because that looks like incredible, just like the graphics for it. But I probably won't play it very much. As a single player experience, I think you can use it to get better, but I just think there's not enough. There's stuff to do, and I've always preferred one-player games and the storylines that go with them. But I mean, one thing this game has got is incredible haircuts. We saw the girl previously had a wonderful quiff, but it's been surpassed by the now dead Charlie. Is he dead? I don't know. Is he back in the later Street Fighter games? Someone have to take him. I mean, none of it makes sense anymore. Like, M. Bison was supposed to be killed, I think, in Street Fighter 6 or 7. Oh, look, he's back. Alright, fair enough. It's just because people want to play those characters, isn't it? Storylines in fighting games. What's the point? So, yes, this was a Capcom game that came out in 1995. It was ported to the PlayStation, the Saturn, and, incredibly, the Game Boy Color. Which must have been very limited, let's just say, that version. It came out on several collections too. One format it didn't come out on was the Super Nintendo, even though the sequel did. What was going on there? By the way, the sequel to that, I've been told, it's a stretch too far for the Super Nintendo. Stick with your Street Fighter 2s and all the various variations on that. Yeah, so, and also, when I booted this game up, I set my controls up completely wrong as well. So, I'm mashing a lot of buttons, which actually gives me some success. I kind of mapped them so it was kind of like, one row. I've got like a normal control pad, almost like a Nintendo Switch one. No, not the Joy-Cons, but like the actual proper Pro controllers. It's a variant on that. That's how it's picked up by my machine. but they're not in order, and so like I've got like a punch where a kick should be on one bit, and yeah, it's a complete mess. I don't know how I've managed to do it, but as with a lot of fighting games, sometimes just jamming the buttons as best you can sometimes gives you good results, and I've got no idea on the difficulty level on this game. It seems easier than like Super Street Fighter in the arcade, but again, that might just be a bit of luck on my front. There's a bit actually towards the end of my run where I'm choosing, which you'll see a bit later on, where I'm spamming the sweep kick, which is a slidey sweep kick with the character I've got, and it pays off almost, but I do get beaten. Anyway, so this is a rare thing because this is an arcade game that actually has kind of cheats in it, and by that I mean you can select like Akuma, M. Bison and Dan in his first appearance in a Street Fighter game. First credit down. Oh dear. You can select any of those three characters by putting in certain prompts on the character select screen. It's like down, down, right, right, or right, right, down, down to get Akuma, I think. But that's quite a rare thing. So I thought, Genital Facts this week, and apropos to nothing else at all, I thought I'd do cheating. So cheating in adults. So let's have a look at the statistics and see how they configure. And a nasty old game, that betrayal, blah de blah de blah. 20 to 40% of heterosexual men worldwide apparently have cheated on their spouse, whereas 20 to 25% of women who are married and heterosexual have cheated on their spouse. How does that sort of break down? Well, 36% of British adults, and this was a poll done in 2024, had cheated on their other half, but the highest result of cheating is in Thailand, where 56% of married people have cheated. Now we know that there is a certain trade in Thailand which lends itself to that, and maybe some of those men thought they were sleeping with women in a Bourneville Boulevard kind of way and may not have discovered the dark truth, although you probably would have seen stuff hanging down. And in terms of kind of how people cheat, 30% have cheated with a friend, but only 20% have cheated on their partner using an online platform like Tinder. Now these stats are from 2012, and I would suspect that that's probably increased since then. I couldn't find the current stats. Now from an age point of view, 30 to 39 year olds are the most likely to cheat on a partner. Then after that it goes a bit quiet, and incredibly there is a spike from the age of 60 to 80 where people cheat. So it goes a bit quiet in the 40s and 50s front, and then it spikes again 60 to 80. Who's doing that? And come on, 20-year-olds, you're the best looking ones. Start cheating, start sleeping around, honestly. Although I think that's probably because there's less 20-year-olds getting married these days. I don't know. Anyway, signs to look out for include secretive phone habits, changes in the level of intimacy, suspicious internet use, suspicious hours at work, whether they're coming home a bit later or going in a bit earlier, and grooming habits changing, so they're taking more care in their appearance. So, there you go. There's your genital facts of the week. There's food for thought. I hope it doesn't result in anyone's marriages breaking up, because I've just given you things to look out for. If it does, I don't know, it's just a retro games video. Sorry. Yeah. What have I got coming up on the channel this week? I've got a weird license, and it's basically OK Magazine. They released a puzzle game for the DS, and I must admit the actual game content in this video is pretty low, and it's mainly me moaning about celebrity culture. So I do apologise for that in advance. Don't let it put you off. The game itself will probably put you off, but There is Angelina Jolie on the thumbnail, so maybe that will tempt in some fools, hopefully, because I've got a feeling this video is not going to do very well. And what else? So yeah, that's it for now. Oh, yeah, I better tell you as well. I've had to re-upload my wrestling compilation video because all my old videos, which YouTube then didn't care about, had content on them which the WWF didn't like. I shouldn't have been using it, and they went, no, this is getting blocked everywhere. So I re-uploaded it, and I've edited that out and used GIFs to illustrate the point. Here's Ken with his eyebrows that grow through his hairline. Bloody hell, how does that happen? You know, how bad is your eyebrow hair length? And plus, this is obviously a prequel, so he's probably about 19 or something here. But imagine what Ken's eyebrow hair is going to look like when he's in his 70s. It's going to look like Snuffleupagus' eyebrows. It's going to grow over his eyes. It's going to be horrendous. There's someone who won't be cheating from 70 to 80. I mean, he's a handsome lad with his kind of Aryan hair cut. But, yeah, bloody hell. That's not going to do him very well, is it? But he's handed me my bottom here anyway, look. I've done better than I thought, though. I thought I was going to get to about stage 2 and then die, but I didn't. But this is the bit where I discover that kind of sliding kick the guy's got. Ken's a bit silly to it. But, yeah, I think I managed to annoy him a bit though, unfortunately. So, oh yeah, let me just, as I've got a little bit of time, let's just sort of explain about the new rules for the Super 20p arcade challenge. Because basically, it's like done in a league table, and you get points for where you finish. So if you don't do so well at a game the previous week, it's not automatic you don't get any points. You still get some points. So every bit of competition you put into this game, or any of the games, it's well worth doing. Look, I annoyed him, didn't I? Sorry, Ken. Go and get those eyebrows sorted, mate. So yeah, if you want to take part, you can. There's a good opportunity to rise up the ranks as a plucky newcomer if you fancy doing it, and there's even a little trophy at the end of it. A little trophy, isn't that nice? But that is the end of my go. I shall look forward to seeing some of the other videos and seeing how much further everyone gets than that. Will some people finish it? I reckon they might, because it's not that difficult, this one. But that's it for today. So thanks for joining us, and like, subscribe, and K, thanks, bye.